Aftermath? Hey, how's it going? Wow, I haven't seen you in 10 years. Man, you look like a ruthless killer.
It is too bad that I cannot say the same thing about you, little one. I am very displeased with your little performance that you have been displaying to the JV and Platform Racing 2 community lately. So, I am here to tell you that your time is up and that my patience for the last 10 years has worn very thin.
Look, dude, I'm very sorry, okay? Sometimes people make mistakes. When I was born, I didn't think I would eventually become a fallen extraterrestrial here to dominate platform racing too. Now people are offering incentives to collect me or even fold for me. Epic this, epic that. I'm supposed to be original, so I don't know what happened, really.
You make me sick. You had one job to decimate all the other hats, become the most dominant force in Platform Racing 2 history, and draw in a large crowd. But you failed to follow the instructions I gave you. You failed to become a killer. You failed Jigman, and you failed me as a brother. I'm beginning to think that your creation was a huge mistake. Why they have made the Gecko set more valuable than you is beyond me.
Look, bro, I'm trying, okay? The thing is, people are still trash talking about me behind my back for some reason. I don't understand what happened. Maybe I've gotten too soft nowadays. Maybe I just haven't reached my full potential yet. I don't even think I've hit puberty yet. But it's Jigman's fault, not mine.
Shut the hell up. I don't want to hear your dumbass excuses. All you do is stay active in a race for 30 seconds, and then you disappear. Pathetic. You've been around for the last 10 years, and you still couldn't get the job done. People don't want to use you in races because your superpowers are useless. If you stuck around longer and shot powerful lasers out of your eyes, then maybe you would be worth more than the Gecko set. You're supposed to be the most dominant force in PR2 history, but instead, all we got to see was 30 seconds of you running backwards and wasting people's time.
Wow, dude. You're kind of hurting my feelings right now. I feel like you don't respect me or all the hard work that I've put into this community. And where the hell were you when all this was going down? You've missed out on tournaments, experience points, and prizes. I just feel like you're afraid that everyone won't appreciate you or something. So tell me something. Why the hell are you even here?
First of all, I am not interested in hearing about how you feel. I feel. You were originally portrayed to be a cold-hearted killer, perhaps the most dominant force in Platform Racing 2 history. But now you've grown soft as cotton candy. Only weaklings with low testosterone talk about how they feel. Tell me about what you know, and what you think. The fact that we are somehow brothers turns my taste buds upside down. I'm a bitter person, not happy and smiley like you are. You're a disgrace to me as a brother. Also, the reason I don't respect you is because of your pitiful performance that you've been displaying in the PR2 community for the last 10 years already. I was far too powerful and superior to be released into PR2 at such an early stage. I've been around since the early days of PR2, back in 2008. No one has ever noticed. Even if I were to be released now, to the public, my superpowers would be unbearable and far too superior to mere mortals. So no, little one. It is not I who is afraid. It is you who is afraid because you think that I might overshadow you and steal your spotlight. I've missed out on tournaments because I wanted to give you a chance to shine and bring in new players. But now that I've seen the results of your disgusting failure, I think it is time for me to make my glorious mark and reign of terror as the most dominant force that Platform Racing 2 has ever seen.
Well, here's what I know. I know that it's not my fault that I was given these lame-ass superpowers that seem to put frowns on people's faces and leave them disappointed. I'm not an evil bastard like you. Okay, you have to remember that this is a kid's game, and not for a scary fallen extraterrestrial who chose to be with the Lord of Darkness. The instructions that you sent me when I was born failed because that's not who I am. I'm not even fallen because I chose to be good. Yes, my superpowers need to be upgraded because the whole April Fool's thing is a little preposterous. However, I'm still relevant to the JV community. I'm still relevant on PR too, and people are still talking about me and busting their asses off in the tournament to have me as a reward. So, I highly doubt that you could ever replace me. I really don't care if you are my older brother. I'm going to do what I have to do to keep people interested in me.
No matter what you do in life, you will always be my little bitch. You may not be fallen, but you are still a weak-ass pussy who doesn't know how to unlock his full potential. I should disown you as a brother for even wasting everybody's time for the last 10 years. Why should someone have to waste their time busting their asses off in a tournament for 72 levels just to earn the right to have you as a reward? Your superpowers deal no supernatural value. When I was born, I was raised by a ruthless killer who became assertive and stepped on everybody's toes to get what he wanted. Then Jigman came along and we've had a chat with him to see what hats should be brought into PR2. At first, he impressed me and made good progress. But then you came along and he decided to make you my little brother. I begged him not to screw you up. But he refused to listen and made you into an April Fool's joke. We bickered back and forth, threw hands, and decided that somebody has to go. My initial goal was to dominate PR2. But he didn't like my repugnant tone of voice, or the fact that I was being assertive and aggressive with him. So he banned me from PR2 for 15 years and sent me to the Abyss. The Abyss has made me a lot stronger and more powerful than I was 15 years ago. So now, I'm back to take over and take back what's mine.
Look, bro. I think you're blowing this whole thing about being a cold-hearted killer out of proportion. Remember, this is supposed to be a kid's game, okay? Not a demonic game where the Grim Reaper comes back and takes everybody's soul. I feel like I'm more valuable than you are. We haven't even seen your full form since you left the Abyss. What superpowers do you actually possess anyways? Nobody even knows who you are, except for me, my father Jigman, and your father. Even though we have different fathers which makes us half-brothers, I still consider you as a brother who I know will turn good one day. So what's your story?
First off, let's get one thing straight. The name Aftermath stands for Aggression, F5 Fury, Tumultuous Force Field, Executioner, Rocket, Massive Earthquake, Assault, Toxic Shoxic Teleportation, and Hell Unleashed. What these abbreviated letters mean, and what they do, are far too powerful to elaborate for me to explain to you at this time, little one. Even though someone has spoken of a super weapon 2 years ago, it was never the right time. No one understands what I'm capable of. Once my full transformation is complete, and you're able to see me under this dark silhouette, PR2 will never be the same. I shall become the most dominant force in PR2 history. Some will say that my superpowers will be godly, defying all game mechanics because I have a mind of my own. When players wear me as a hat, then everybody will be bitching and complaining about how I'm too unfair. Let's just say that I am 99% invincible and my flaws rests at a 1%. These are superpowers that I've adopted from spending 10 years in the Abyss. You see, I was actually supposed to spend another 5 years in the Abyss, but Jigman called me and told me that you were screwing up pretty badly. So he was somehow able to release me from the Abyss. But before he could do that, he had to relinquish his job as a game developer and hand it over to someone trustworthy like BLS 1999. That's what it took to get me out of the Abyss because his time as a game developer was running short and stale. You see, my father originally just wanted me to have one superpower that would allow me to have extra ammo and bounce off people's heads. That may have been impressive back in the early days of PR2, but I knew it wouldn't last long. So me getting thrown into the abyss in 2013 was perhaps the best thing that could ever have happened to me. From there, I was somehow able to see what you've been up to. Your look doesn't impress me, your name isn't intimidating, and your superpowers are monumentally a waste of everybody's time. Your name should be Acid. Decimating opponents with lasers being shot from your poisonous eyes, releasing acid from your antlers, and blinding everybody's computer screens to death. But instead, all you do is run around backwards like a little kid at the candy store for 30 seconds and then you leave. I cannot believe they did this to you. My full story will be told one day, but now I'm more focused on world domination with PR2. Also, wipe that damn smile off of your face. The fact that we're brothers makes my stomach virtually turn. You see, I've always been bitter inside. So, I don't see how the hell we can possibly be related in any shape or form. To me, you will always be a little boy trying to make a name for himself. So now, there is nothing more to gain from this asinine conversation with you. So, I'm done talking for now and so are you.